I was sentenced for a long period of time in 10 block. It's a segregation unit. That's what death row was at. That's what they executed prisoners back in the days. After so many years, I started having trouble thinking. I was just having difficulty mentally in that unit. You're isolated from everybody. You're isolated from your family, isolated from other inmates, population, whatever. You get served different food. The problem was that the administration didn't like what I was doing. I was a paralegal, and I was a paralegal at the time for many years. But I was so good that I was getting guys reverse their cases, all types of different cases. I won administrative process, like disciplinary reports and stuff like that. One of the captains came up to me, and SIS is, no, it's called the IPS, Inner Perimeter Security. They're the superintendent's top dog security investigators. And they came to me and they told me to stop helping certain people. A lot of the guys that I associated with gang members from different types. I was not a member myself, but that's my job to help anybody out. Because they didn't like what I was doing and the people that I was helping, they didn't like at all. They fabricated a status called STG, Security Threat Group. They placed me under that status, and while I was locked up, they did a hearing down Department of Correction headquarters somewhere in another city without me being there, and they found me guilty of these charges that I was affiliated and I was a gang member. And then they used that to justify another 7 years lockup. Well, the DDU is called Discipline Department Unit. It was built, it's underneath the ground. They opened it up in 1992. Unfortunately, I was the first one to go there. However, before that happened, we all discussed when we passed the word around, nobody cuffs up. I think there was 240 guys down in 10 block, and nobody was supposed to cuff up. That was the rule. That was the golden rules, that you break the rules, you're all done. I don't have to explain to you what else is gonna happen, but it's not gonna be nice. And believe me, people will get to you one way or another. I was the first one, so I refused to cuff up, but the purpose I really did it for, it was not so much of that, but it was more or less of my mental health being. I knew if I go down this unit was much tougher than the unit I was in. I would suffer more mentally, psychologically. I spent a lot of time in segregation, and so I refused to cuff up for that purpose. And so, as I would explain, when this man here, the psychiatrist with the glasses, came over, I told him that. He came back and told Lieutenant Silver, no, that's Captain Silver's there. He told Captain Silvers that I was okay mentally, psychologically, that I had no problems going on, that he didn't see that I was disturbed in any way. So he gave the okay for the captain to send the extraction team into the cell. This video here that I'm about to explain to you is the video that they captured, that they record. Is by law, they have to record it when they go into and extract an individual out of a cell. They extracted me out of the cell. And I got this through a court order. I filed a lawsuit against these people for what they did because they used excessive force. They used deadly excessive force. And because of that, 26 years ago, I'm physically handicapped, which limits my ability to work, walk, and do things like normal people can. So I'm gonna explain to you as it goes along so that you have an understanding of what's going on here.
1992, it's approximately 12:03 p.m. My name is Captain Stephen Ayala. This is West Wing Segregation Unit at MCI CJ at Walpole. With me I have Dr. Ed Fanasiak. Dr. Fanasiak, what I'd like you to do is try to convince inmate Daniel Sanchez to exit his cell. Basically, we have to take him out of his room. He's been sentenced to DDU and it starts officially today. I've gone up several times to try to convince him to come out of his room. He doesn't want any part of it. What I'd like you to do is try to talk him out so I can avoid the use of force. Okay. You can let him know that I have permission to use force if he doesn't want to come out of his room. Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Now they walk into my cell. They go into my cell. That's my cell. He's opening up right there. They're closing the doors because anytime they use force, they have to close the doors. It's part of the rules because they're going to use gas. They're going to use CNN gas, the latest, newest gas that they, at that time in 1992, they invented. It's more powerful than pepper gas. And this here is 12 in the afternoon, November 11th, 1992. They're asking each other, the inmates, if they close their doors. They want to know if everybody's doors closed. It's like a special code to let people know what's going on. Signals. The psychiatrist here is asking me questions, why I don't want to cuff up. I'm explaining to him that I spent 10 years in segregation, that I have mental problems because of that they're not giving me proper services, that this unit is even more difficult, the conditions are much harsher, and that I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not a gang member, and they did this purposely for retaliation because of my legal work. And he continues to try to convince me to come out of my cell, and I don't. Another thing too, a lot of people do not like coming out of their cells here when the officers come and get you, because a lot of other officers will jump you and hurt you. They will jump an individual, an inmate, and they will hurt him for no reason at all, and play it off like the inmate tried to pull away or he did something to the officer when it's not true. These officers are very, very cruel. They don't have no sympathy for nothing. Okay, I refuse. He's going to go tell the captain what he thinks, his observation of me and what I said. Well, he didn't tell him to totally everything, but.
Captain, I spoke with the inmate, Mr. Sanchez, and explained to him what the situation was, and he is refusing to come up, and he is refusing to come back.
Okay, Doc, how's the mental state?
He seems to be okay, he's pretty articulate, good eye contact, seems to be suffering from any mental illness.
Is this something that changed in any way? Or
No, he's got, I noticed that he's got a bunch of stuff piled up in the corner of his pack.
no extra clothing on?
No.
Okay, thank you, Doc.
Okay.
See, he didn't tell him the whole story why I didn't cuff up.
Lieutenant Silva?
This is the extraction team. He's a lieutenant. He's the one that leads them.
Sanchez to enter the cell on his own power. You have authorization to use chemical agent and a move team if necessary.
That's the gas they hit me. They hit me twice with that.
So leave your routine and extract him from the cell.
All right, there's this talk with an AG Act for mental health with inmate Sanchez, and been given authorization to use chemical agents and to move teams once if necessary. So we'll use such people up and move around and one short time.
The one with the mask on, he's the one that created. He done a lot of damage to me. He's a professional boxer. He was a professional boxer, I found out. He did a lot of damage to me. He's hiding in the back over there.
All right, get the team together. Once we get that stuff, we'll go over. Judge, can you give me the door keys, or what I want you to do? Who has the door keys to the, all right, so what keys do you have? Get leave him with those keys. I want you to take the door keys. You're gonna go down, unlock that door open, and then come right off the tier, all right? When I tell you to go down there with me.
They're gonna end up putting on some gloves, and you'll see them. They're white, and what it is glove, and they got sand in it. It weighs about 5 pounds a piece. So when they hit you with it, I mean, that's the glove right there. When they hit you with that glove, it's a serious impact. I mean, it breaks jaws, it breaks bones. And then the rough outside, what they did, they was rubbing my face with it. And they peeled my skin off of my face. Because they were like this when they had me down. They were rubbing the gloves right against my face. And I remember it, because my beard, they even pulled my hair out of it. A certain section that bald from that glove. And now these segregation here, they got a solid door, so you don't see nothing. They normally it's closed all the time. This is solitaire confinement. There's a difference between segregation and solitaire confinement. This is solitaire confinement, although it's in the segregation unit. That's me talking in the background, talking to the other inmates. They're trying to talk to me, but I got towels around my mouth, and I tell them I can't talk, don't talk to me now, because they're gonna hit me with gas. So I got towels around my face. I take the towels, I put in the toilet bowl, because they shut off my water. The toilet bowl, I wet it, and I wrap it around my face, to try to prevent that gas from coming and doing damage to my eyes and my breathing and my lungs, because it does do damage. That's the purpose of it.
Asthma problem in the room right near him. He's going to be moved out right now. We just found out about this.
Yeah, they're moving the guy because he got asthma. Because once they hit that gas, it hits the entire whole unit. That's how powerful it is. That little can of spray can take out that whole unit. Those are the gloves that I'm talking about. Look at how big they are. Look at how thick they are. They weigh like 5 pounds.
Who refused? The other inmate?
Yeah, the other inmate refused to come out. The one with the asthma. That's what I'm saying. Nobody comes. When there's a rule, nobody comes out. Nobody cuffs out. When something like this goes on, nobody makes no moves. Yeah. Because what happens is if they pull him out, they think that he's telling and doing something that he's not supposed to. So they place his life in danger. You know, they think he's snitching. That's why he refused to come out. So he ended up, unfortunately, suffering from the situation as well. The whole entire unit did. Now they're opening the door.
What are you saying?
I tell them, I'm warning them that they're here. They open my door. He said he's ordering me to cuff up. Okay, now he's gonna spray. This is the way he comes in with the spray. There's the spray right there. There's the spray. Yeah, he just sprayed. That's once. When he did that, my ear started ringing, and my breathing started getting tough, and my eyesight got very blurry. They're shaking the cell to intimidate me, to see if I get scared and cuff up. That's when they come in. I'm on a toilet bowl over here. They took my head and they rammed my head up on the sink from my hair, and they were smashing it right on the sink. I think they did it like 3 times, if I remember. See, while they got me in this position, they're blocking it, so they're doing a lot of punching and a lot of hitting. You see right there? That's where they hit me with the billy club. You can hear it in the background. It hit me in my head. The other inmates are yelling and mad for what they're doing to me. See, that's me. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. They twisted my arm. They dislocated my shoulder right there. See the pillow? He's got a pillow. He's choking me with the pillow. See the pillow underneath? See the pillow? They got a pillow right on top of my head, and they were choking me, trying to suffocate me. They're carrying me out of the cell now. And I'm having a hard time breathing. That's me. I'm in pain. You can hear me moaning and groaning in the background. They put those cuffs, the shackles, and the handcuffs so tight that it cut me through the skin. When they pulled it off, skin came off of it, off the cuffs. Then they made me walk across the yard, which you'll see that in a minute. You notice that all the other officers that had nothing to do with it, they look down when I walk by. They give me that's respect, a sign of respect. That's 10 block yard. They got dog cages in the back. That's when we come out for recreation. You'll see it when you come on the side a little bit. That's DDU. You go through that door over there. See? Those are dog cages in there. The dog kennels. I could hardly walk here. I'm asking them to loosen up my cuff. I can't walk. It's cutting my meat.
Take them off when we get over there.
He said, no, we'll take them off when we get over there.
No, like, take your fucking walk.
I told him I couldn't walk. I can't walk.
How long has it been since you've been outside?
Over here, I hardly ever go out. A lot of people don't like going out when they're down in segregation. Because they always shake your cell down, they put things in there, and then you get more in trouble. They said, what's this knife doing here? I said, I never had a knife. You must have put it in my cell, and you get written up and you get more in trouble. So people was very paranoid. Living in that condition mentally, you become very paranoid. You don't trust anybody. You don't want to leave your cell. I had to stop because I couldn't walk here. At least they gave me a few seconds. You see my hair on top? I'm missing here because they grabbed my tail, and that's when they were smashing it. They pulled my hair out, see? They pulled part of, you see a line where they ripped my hair out. They just ripped it out from pulling on my hair and smashed. You see that? Look at my face. Look at the bruise on the side of my face there, ripped skin. Right up here. Actually, it's on the left side up here. They messed up my shoulders, my left and my collarbone and my AC joint. Now it's killing me. I'm limping. Yeah. I remember that like if it was yesterday. I was in pain. I still got the scars today from that. That's the DDU unit right there, straight ahead. It goes underneath the ground, elevator. I can't walk. And it's really on that right leg. That's where they tighten it really tight. Look at the size between them and me, huh? To me, this walk here, it was like a 3-hour walk. And it seemed like it was never gonna end. I was in so much pain. That's it. Discipline Department Unit, DDU. That's a dungeon. That's definitely a secure dungeon. It went down, you see it? That's level and went underneath the ground. And more guards there waiting for me. See the forehead? That's where they smashed my head up in the sink. I think they're going to remove my cuffs.
Sanchez, you've been committed 1 year DDU. You've been here before, you received an orientation book when you moved to Retail. You will not receive it tonight. You're going to go to the observation tier for tonight. You understand the rules and regulations of the unit. You receive a major disciplinary report. You will lose credit for that time served and extend your stay. 1 year, let's make it a quiet year.
See my face? This DDU sentence turned into 7 years while I was down here. Once you get down there, it's very difficult to get out. It's easy to get down there, but it's difficult to get out.
talk to my guy, that's good, and once he's in, tell me.
Captain McGregor,
Yes.
I had a hard time breathing from the gas.
Well, you're gonna be seen by the nurse. Just quick first aid, you're gonna see a nurse right away, right?
Yeah.
I told the captain that I'm having a hard time breathing from the gas. If you look at my wrist, they're cut. My wrists are cut.
Please, when I take off my clothes, please. Alright? Excuse me? What? What about the camera? What about the camera?
They want me to strip with the camera off, and I'm not stripping. When it comes to my pants, I ain't. Look at my back. You see my back? The cuts and bruises. My shoulders, especially on the left-hand side. See the bruise up on the left side? They're stripping me, making me squat and cough. Made me remove all my clothes. Believe me, every move that I made here was very painful. They give you an orange jumpsuit. That's labeled as STG Security Threat Group. Well, actually, they gave me this for the night, but tomorrow they will give me another jumpsuit. They're placing me in an observation room with cameras. They recuffing me and reshackling me again, and got me on barefoot. Now they're taking me to the nurse station. Everywhere you go, there's doors here. This is one of the most highest security units in the country of the United States. This is a level 7. Out there, on the other side of that window, is control. They watch everything. They can watch every cell there is. That's the nurse station. I remember my ear was bleeding. I think that's where she's gonna look. Those are actually holes in my face.
I'm sorry? You're having a hard time breathing? Do you have asthma?
I was telling her that I was having a hard time breathing. That's from the gas.
What is it? Your finger in your hand, or bottom hand, which left, right?
Yeah, those are the cuts in my hand.
Oh, okay, I'm going to take care of that in a minute. I need to take a check with like first, okay?
Taking my blood pressure when I'm getting beat up. I never heard of that before. It's unbelievable.
Yes, I will.
I'm asking her to chart it down, record it, because this is the lawsuit that I filed. I got this videotape from the court, from the United States District Court, federal court.
That's okay. That's okay.
At this point in time, when I remember just looking at myself, I was so happy that the beating was over. At this point in time, I was so glad that the beating was over, that it's over. And I'm going into the cell, they're taking off the cuff, and I don't have to worry about them putting their hands on me again. At that moment. That's what I'm thinking. I remember now as I'm looking at myself.
Okay? All right. How's your breathing going? All right? Difficult? Take a deep breath. Okay. Just in and out, okay? Deep breath. Take a big, as big as you can. Okay. Try again. When breath sounds clear, okay? Sometimes when things happen, people get tense, they tend to get a little short of breath, but your respiratory rate is good, okay? It's probably just getting it in there. I'm just gonna clean up your finger, all right?
My fingers cut up, yeah.
Any other damage on this segment? All right, let me see how it is when I get it. I'm just gonna clean it up because you're saying this is not sure. Which one? This one?
I'm asking her to take a look at my wrist because they cut too. Because of that, I suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome. From this whole arm, I can't feel from here, half of my arm, and these 3 fingers. Until today, it's still numb because of the cuffs. They damaged my nerve right here across on the handcuffs.
Where? Oh, yeah, but it's not bleeding, okay?
But it's not bleeding, but it's deep.
I'll drive this on for you, but it's not bleeding.
She works for them, so she's not gonna. I told her I can't. I'm having a hard time breathing. She said you'll be all right.
Yeah, all right.
They're supposed to give you a shower once they spray you. They didn't give me a shower. To take the chemical off of your body. I haven't seen this in a long time. See how he ripped my hair out? See the bald spots? We're coming to the end here. They got a full slot there. That's where the full slot, that's when you drop down, take off your cuffs. And that's a very painful position to be in. They put the chain there so that you won't pull away and stay with the cuffs inside there. See, even my hand is cut. See it right here? My hand's cut. Watch this. Call me a coward. The captain called me a coward. It's over with. So that's the film that I want the world to see. To understand that doing segregation time, it isn't simple. Going through this isn't simple. This is the third time I've seen it, and every time I see it, it bothers me. Emotionally, spiritually. But even not seeing it, it's still here in my memories. And I wake up a lot of nights, I don't sleep. I have sleeping problems because of this and my life in prison and beforehand. There you go. DDU.